Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma tan libre como la vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Linda paloma, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Vuela paloma, libre, linda paloma, sin miedo, sin miedo, sin miedo. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma tan libre como la vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Linda paloma, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Vuela paloma, linda paloma, sin miedo, sin miedo, sin miedo. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma tan libre como la vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Linda paloma, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Vuela paloma, libre, linda paloma, sin miedo, sin miedo, sin miedo. paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma tan libre como la vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Linda paloma, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Vuela paloma, libre, linda paloma, sin miedo, sin miedo. Sin miedo. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma tan libre como la vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Linda paloma, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Vuela paloma, paloma, sin miedo, sin miedo, sin miedo. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma tan libre como la vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Linda paloma, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Vuela paloma, libre, linda paloma, sin miedo, sin miedo, sin miedo. Thank you. de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma tan libre como la vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Linda paloma, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Vuela paloma, libre, linda paloma, sin miedo, sin miedo. Sin miedo. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma tan libre como la vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma oído, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Linda paloma, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Vuela paloma, libre. Linda paloma, sin miedo, sin miedo.
What up, what up? I'm back. I'm here. I wanted to talk about this Weasel video that actually gave me inspiration to talk about Corey Sandhagen and just kind of yap about just this. I don't know, man. To me, TheWeasle, I do think he's very smart and I do think he is very knowledgeable and I don't think he's disingenuous. I do quite like him. I just feel that he sometimes, I don't know how to describe it, just like tries, I don't know if he, I don't want to say tries. I think sometimes he thinks like certain things are obvious when they're more like nuanced in the way he like gives it. Like, whether people like it or not, it's very easy to look at Sean O'Malley and be like, oh, look at this industry plant, look at this, you know, this, that, or whatever. But I think people would be surprised with certain things. But, you know, it is what it is. Let me see if I can give. There we go. Let me just fix this. That there. Either way, I want to talk about this Weasel video because I feel like there's a lot of shit in it that is annoying. But let me make sure the audio and everything's good. For some reason, I do not hear the. Ba, ba, ba. Alright, testing, 1 2 1 2. Testing, 1 2 1 2. Alright, I think that should be good. I think we can get right on into it. I'm always interested in how people say they're gonna change the UFC. Like if you just gave them the top of like the ability to do whatever they wanted. I always am kind of interested in terms of what they say they're gonna do, just because I always feel it kind of gives me insight into what they value, obviously. But let's get into it. Let's see how everything sounds.
General consensus in the MMA community is that the UFC is getting stale. The promotion isn't making fights that we want to see. Fighters are more
sometimes think people overblow it. Not in terms of the problems, but in terms of like other organizations. Like if you've ever been a fan of like the NBA, NFL, whatever, you would also have a lot of problems with those organizations. So I don't want to, the UFC I think actually does better than most. It does better than boxing. Definitely the best of the combat sports. But if I were to like change things, I think there's a couple subtle things I would change, such as having UFC cards be shorter. I actually think like a 10-fight card would be very good. Doing like a 5-and-5, like a 5-fight prelim, 5-fight main card. Maybe you do like a 6-and-5 or whatever. But for me, I don't feel like we need so many cards or so many fights on one card. I feel like it just kind of extends things out. There's a lot of times where it's like if I like am late to a UFC card, if I'm doing something and I come back and I miss the first 3 fights, I literally don't care. The only thing I care about is sometimes just like going back and seeing what they said. But besides that, I just find it irrelevant overall. But I do think that shorting the cards would be a lot better. I think there are some matchmaking issues that you want to fix for sure. There's a lot of times where certain fights ought to be made, but they kind of just go around it. The only problem with that is that each matchup is going to have pros and cons. So for example, I would want Kamaru Usman to fight Bilal Muhammad. I think that's a great fight for both. Kamaru Usman, in my opinion, is right outside the top 5. Considering he was on a 3-fight losing streak, lost to Leon Edwards twice, who was dropping below the rankings. And then in addition to the fact that Kamaru Usman is only having 1 win, being Joaquin Buckley, which is a solid enough win. And then Bilal Muhammad, who's on a 2-fight losing streak, but was the champion, lost to JDM, lost to Ian Gary. I think that would have been a great fight. And then seeing him just get put with one of what is their fucking name? The Bastrap Bros? Whatever the little twin set is, the little 2 peas in the pod. He got matched up with them, which I feel is just kind of boring for Bilal. I think it'd be much better if Bilal faced Kamaru. I think certain things like that. I think stuff looking even at like things in the past. I would have liked to see like Charles Connor. I would have liked to see certain things, but in general, I think the UFC does a decent job with matchmaking, at least compared to things like boxing. Does way better job with that. It's just a lot of times where it's like, why is Armin being shafted for a title shot for shit that doesn't really matter? Like, why is Armin getting like? I think at the end of the day, we want to see the best fighters fight the best fighters, because whether people like it or not, winning is always going to matter more than your star power. Even Conor McGregor, who in my opinion hasn't really been replicated in terms of star ability, if he was just losing like every fight, no one would care about it. Winning is always going to be the thing that matters most. And I think that at the end of the day, the people that are going to be the most well-liked are going to be the winners at the end of the day. No matter who you dislike the most, they're going to be liked more if they're winning in such an impressive fashion. So I think doing Armin Iliad is always better than having a weird interim title shot where Armin could have fought on, whatever card, and then you could have had Gaethje still on the White House card or whatever. Like the only reason I could see Gaethje get in is that he got lucky. I shouldn't say lucky. He beat Patty. He got lucky to get that opportunity, and then now we have an American all of a sudden that can fight on that card for no one's contract, which I get. In general, besides that, it'd be nice to fix some time zone stuff. It's kind of annoying that like certain fight fans get shafted so much. Like when they did the London card with Tom Aspinall, Curtis Blades, having that be set for an American time zone is just kind of weird. Even me as an American. And I wouldn't mind if they just did earlier cards every once in a while. If they had like I don't think American fans or North America, would mind so much if certain cards were just put earlier in the day. Like if this next card, the Aljo card, if they started it off on Saturday at like 11 a.m., I think that would be good to see. But, let's see what TheWeasle has to say. I only just now realized the fucking music is incomprehensible. You cannot hear music with the fucking music. God damn it. Mother frick. Dude. The music completely fucked up my last fucking rant or whatever. That's okay. It's what it is. Let me see how that sounds. Gosh darn it. It's alright. We take the L. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Alright, now that we're back in business. Sorry about that. Gosh, that's annoying, but it is what it is. But this was a good question. From one of the Weasel fans. So I think it's a good question. What would you do as a promoter if you were given like the keys to the castle? You could do whatever you wanted. But I feel sometimes there's a little bit of, I guess, narcissism that goes into it in terms of at the end of the day, you're never going to please anyone. And this idea that you can come in and just kind of twist some things and then everyone's going to be happy is just not true. There's going to be things that are just going to be either out of reach. There's going to be certain things that it's like, why doesn't the UFC do this? But there's reasons why. There's going to be a lot of factors that go into it. In my opinion, some easy fixes would be obviously like, hey, if you're like, the UFC should do way better promotions. The UFC promoting should be way better. They should be not just doing AI videos. They should be, you know, getting these fighters out. They should be doing more interviews. Even the Max Holloway, Ilya Topuria interview, I still see people making memes and talking about it. And that was such an easy thing to have them. The Darren Till, Jorge Masvidal. You don't necessarily need to do these huge things. Like maybe they can't do the global tours like they did with Conor McGregor and Jose Aldo. But I do think that what they should do is just have more interactions, have more moments. Even if like 60% of UFC like moments aren't interesting. So like two fighters just saying, yeah, you know, I'm excited to fight. I'll see what he says Saturday night. What happens if I win this fight? You know, I think I'm gonna, you know, want to fight this guy and get to the title. You're gonna get a lot of those moments. You're gonna get a lot of those basic, you know, I feel great, I feel good, you know, I'm done talking. Let's see what happens in the octagon. You're gonna get a lot of that. You are, and I think that the only way you can get around that is to just have so many interactions that you're going to get gems out of it. And there's going to be certain people you know are going to be making moments. Jorge Masvidal on the surface is a very quiet guy. As soon as they gave him some media attention, they gave him $1 million pay-per-view, or million sales on a pay-per-view, which is very difficult. Even nowadays, even UFC 300 doesn't do that. Obviously, it's a different era. You could argue blah, 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 Fight Island. But that's just to say that certain guys are only going to shine when you give them the opportunity to. And a lot of them aren't going to like have huge social medias or be motivated to do that or do this to do that or other. If you as a promoter cannot get these people, get these fighters to show up and and make moments, then I don't know. I just think you're not trying that hard. Just doing a press conference every once in a while isn't going to be enough. You know, have these guys doing things, even if you can't get them to, you know, stay or get them to like go out to like a million opportunities but I think you'd be surprised how many fighters are willing to do media opportunities to get a leg up in the competition. But so I'd say do more promotion, have shorter fight cards. I think having a 10 fight card would be great. Cut off a little bit of fat. 10 fights, 5 people, like 5 prelim, 5 people prelim, 5 fight prelim, 5 fight main event or main card, I think is enough to do enough that I think that would help a lot. And then certain matchups, we shouldn't be holding guys like Armin back because the UFC doesn't like him. At the end of the day, he's the best fight. and a lot of the stuff are going to be forgotten if you just let him fight. I think people kind of have this misconception that winning doesn't matter more than being a star. Winning will always matter more than being a star. Winning will always matter more. If Conor McGregor, during his rise, just kept losing, if he lost to Dennis Siver, if he lost to Chad Mendes, if he lost to this guy, he'd still be popular. He'd still have some funny moments, but he'd be a lot more niche and he wouldn't be this big star. Look at guys like Islam. Someone that says pretty normal stuff, sometimes as a funny quip. He's just going to be multiplied exponentially due to him being the best fighter in the world. Ilia Topuria says a lot of things that are very cringe that if other fighters did it, they'd be made fun of. But because he's Ilia Topuria, it's going to be taken way better. Or it's going to be seen as like funny. It's going to be seen as quirky. And I think that at the end of the day, you want the best fighters to be the best, and trying to like hold better fighters back because you think other fighters are going to be more appealing is just going to lead them up to, just going to build a recipe of, it's just going to lead them to failure. It's going to set them up for failure. For example, Sean O'Malley. If you don't give someone like a Merab a title shot, if you don't give an Umar a title shot, if you don't give these great guys fights to prove that they're the best, and you just let like Sean O'Malley beat like a Chito Vera just for a random title shot, then it's just going to look way worse when they lose, and it's going to discount everything they did, and it's going to make the people that they fought look way worse. So in general, I think there's little stuff like that you can do. You could target multiple different cities. You could do more. They're doing a little bit more worldwide events now, which is good. But yeah, I think there's a couple of things you do, but I think people kind of overestimate just like how much they can quote unquote just fix the UFC in a day.
Thank you so much, man. And shout out to Argentina. I see what you're saying about oversaturation of events.
I know you're saying to yourself, I can't imagine it. What we're saying to you, imagine it.
Imagine.
With all the fight nights that they've been putting on, like some of them, even though they have good fights, they feel meaningless. Like a lot of those fights don't have much impact to anything. Like Renato Moicano versus Chris Duncan or Mario Batista versus Vinicius Oliveira. They were mismatched fights, not well match made. But to be fair, we do have some good fights coming up. This is actually a special time. We haven't had like a run of great fights like this for years. So it's not common, but we're about to hit a really good stretch of fights. But to answer your question, if the quality does not improve, will that affect the hardcore fans? Some of them, but not all of them. I think, like, at the end of the day, no matter how much I am pitching ideas to make the sport better, to improve the product.
People, I feel like for some reason, like, these groups of fans are kind of like seen as this homogenous group of people, that there's just like the casual fan that's like 80% of the fandom, and there's 20% of just hardcore fans that know what's best, and they're just all aligned on everything. But I think this isn't true. When Imavov didn't get the title shot and Strickland got it over him, that wasn't fair. Sean Strickland had one win, and before that lost to Jerkis twice, who just got dominated by the champion Hamza. Imavov deserves the title shot more. A longer win streak, more finishes, knocked out Israel Adesanya. Imavov should have gotten the title shot, but Sean Strickland got it, and people weren't mad because Sean Strickland's fun. Hardcore fans included like when fun guys get the title shot, as long as the people that they get it over isn't relevant enough to them. Everyone is biased towards certain people, and they're going to discount other people, such as a Corey Sandhagen, who doesn't deserve a #1 contendership fight with Sean O'Malley. He needs to fight down in the rankings against a Mario Batista. And then if he beats Mario, then he could do another fight and get into there. But I think certain people arbitrarily pick certain fighter as being quote-unquote more hardcore than other fighters due to the fact that they're not as popular, or they don't get the recognition they feel like they deserve.
Product for all of us. I'm always gonna watch, but I do see like the complaints everywhere, all over social media, on the YouTube comments and Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. The quality is much less than what it used to be, even like a few years ago. Not even long ago, back in like 2022, 2021, the sport was definitely better.
I remember in 2021, I was like very active in the MMA scene during 2021. They had the same complaints. It's always the same complaints. Oh, certain guys aren't getting the title shot. If it's not, you know, right now with guys like when Merab had a streak where he didn't get the title shot, trying to think about who right now deserves the title shot, but like people feel like they don't get it. Maybe you could say Pantoja. I think Pantoja does deserve it, but there's circumstances around it. 135, you'd say maybe Merab getting a rematch. 145, probably Evloev. There's a couple guys that you could look at, but like back in 2020, it's just like, okay, Tony needs to get it. You know, this guy needs to get it. There was plenty of guys that people were begging to get a title shot that didn't get it. It's just the same thing, different day. And I think people overestimate that. Like back then, same things were happening. Super fights were still trying to happen. Certain people were trying to be stars. The idea that the UFC was just a much better product like 5 years ago, I think it's a little disingenuous when you go back and look at what happened during that time, when a lot of times that the same problems were there. So I disagree with this whole like, God, it was so much better back in the day. I think it's just nostalgia.
We don't have to go to the counter era. We could just go back to the COVID era. That was much better than post-COVID. And the thing is, the main events need to be better.
How can you say it's so much better than post-COVID when you have guys like, during COVID, you didn't have Islam. Like when I say you didn't have these guys, not that they weren't in the UFC, you didn't have them as like you didn't have them as like the top guys, the champion, you know, whatever. You didn't have Islam, you didn't have Merab, you didn't have Ilya, you didn't have Alex. You can't say it's just better. You didn't have any of those guys. Alex came up during post-COVID. Ilya came up post-COVID. Islam post-COVID. Islam had some fights like against Drew Dober. You know, he's kind of getting around that time. But for the most part, many of these guys, like their big, long title range, you didn't really have them. You had guys like Israel Adesanya that people called boring. You had guys like Kamaru Usman that people called boring. You had, you know, a bunch of guys that people weren't really that interested in. And this idea that somehow it was so much better when most of the biggest top fighters, people just wanted them to lose. You know, Stipe wasn't active. He was holding up the division in many ways. It wasn't that. Even Francis, you know, didn't fight that often. John Jones dropped the belt. It was being passed around. No one really cared about Dominic Reyes, Jan Blachowicz, you know, any of these guys. They didn't really care. Middleweight, Israel Adesanya, same thing. People wanted him to lose. You had welterweight, Kamaru Usman. People wanted him to lose. You had Habib, which people like. I'll give Habib credit. You had 45 with Holloway, which people, you know, I think that's okay. 135 was still kind of getting figured out. It was kind of in no man's land where a lot of people were interested in guys like Peter Yan, Aljamain Sterling. Still kind of being cooked up there. A lot of that happened post-COVID, where it kind of got kicked off, where Aljo became a champion for a long time. So I disagree with this idea that the UFC was so much better. You can say certain parts were, but the idea that's not even comparable. In my opinion, I'd rather have guys like Alex, Ilya, Islam, Merab. The talent is so much better now, post-COVID. I would much rather have that than the COVID era, where you had a lot of older guys still sticking around.
That's like the biggest thing. For some of these, like the matchmaking doesn't make sense. Like, why did Mario Batista fight Vinicius Oliveira? That didn't make any sense to me. Why was Renato Moicano versus Chris Duncan a main event? Honestly, why would...
I'm sorry. Okay, this is what people do too. You think these types of main events weren't going on? You think during COVID they didn't have bullshit main events? You think that's a new thing? That's always happened. You just don't remember them. You just forget that they exist. You can look at the UFC schedule during COVID, which I'm assuming he's talking like 2020 would be like COVID era. Conor Cerrone, bullshit fight. Blade Santos, kinda who cares, but you know, during the time it was more relevant. Jones Reyes, I'll give that credit. Corey Henderson, Jan Blachowicz. Okay. Felder Hooker, great fight. I watched this live, great fight. Good fight, great fight. I don't think I need to tell you what the fuck is Israel Adesanya versus Yoel Romero, how bad that was. Kevin Lee Oliveira, makes sense. Top level lightweight fight. Who is it? Was this the Burns Woodley fight, or did they just cancel this whole event? I think this is when COVID started and they can't. No, I actually don't remember. Yeah, okay, yeah, they canceled. This is when COVID happened, and then they had the big UFC event with Cejudo and Moraes and Gaethje and them. So this was a great event. This was the big comeback. So this is COVID era. Right now is COVID era. First fight: Anthony Smith Glover Teixeira. Overeem Harris. Woodley Burns, solid. Amanda Nunes, Felicia Spencer. Yeah, this is what you're hanging your hat on, is like being just like this crazy, like fights, really. Is these like the crazy main events that you were like, oh my god, that they put Renato Moicano, Chris Duncan, and Batista Oliveira? How could they? Jessica Ai, Cynthia Calvillo. Do not try to hardcore me into thinking this is a relevant fight. These fights aren't like, they had Poirier Hooker, they had great fights. Usman Jorge, solid. Cater Ige, good enough. This one, Cater was still like a contender. Figgy Benavidez, okay. Whitaker Till, fun. This is where I think Hamza was on this card. Yeah, Hamza was on this card. Brunson Shabazian, A lot of There's a lot of Derek Lewis. Yeah, these are your things that you're hanging your hat on as being crazy. You know what I mean? I just feel like Pedro Munoz, Frank Yeager, robbery. Like, who cared? Like, I was a fan this time. No one gave a fuck about most of these. Rakic, you know, was like walk-off decision. Overeem, fucking Augusto Sakai, back when Sakai was a relevant heavyweight. Like, none of these, like, these are still multiple WMA. I think so far this year has been better than most of these cards. At least fight night-wise, they've been better.
Was Gilbert Burns versus Mike Malott a main event only because they needed a Canadian to headline a Canada card? Well,
they've always done that. They've always done that. When they've had like a fighter from a region that doesn't have a lot of talent and they have a card there, they're gonna put whatever the top talent is. Sometimes the top talent's not that high.
You know how you fix that? You don't have Sean O'Malley fight Ayman Zahabi on the White House.
People need to stop crying about this. People need to stop crying about Ayman Zahabi, bro. Ayman Zahabi is way more deserving to fight Sean O'Malley. Way more deserving to fight Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley is still a former defending champion. Lost to Marab, beat Song Yudong, and Corey Sandhagen, on the other hand, is coming off a loss. Before that, fought Figgy. Before that, lost. This idea that Corey Sandhagen is like so deserving, I agree. I would rather see the fight, sure, but Ayman Zahabi is a top-ranked bantamweight who is deserving of a title eliminator bout, or you know, at least one or two from it. He is far more deserving than Corey. Corey got gifted a title shot. In my opinion, a title shot just as gifted as Sean's. Sean has at least done something since. Corey wants to get right back in there with a top bantamweight contender, with guys like Mario Batista who's calling him out, with other guys in the rankings that he needs to be fighting. This idea that Corey, who has 0 elite wins, Sean O'Malley at the very least has Pirion the champion and Aljamain Sterling under his belt. Corey lost to both of them. Corey has 0 elite wins. This whole crying me a river about getting on your soapbox, clutching your curls about how hard, how bad it is that Corey got robbed when he has had some of the most gifted opportunities is hysterical. He hadn't deserved his last title shot. You can argue he didn't deserve his interim title shot about Peter Yan. I think it's fair due to the fact that he at least had a win streak before that, and both of them were very impressive finishes, and then he was arguably robbed against TJ Dillashaw. But besides that, he lost against Umar, an unranked fighter. He lost against many guys at the top of the division, in which he is now just stuck bouncing around trying to get this fight when he needs to shut up and do something. Like, I don't know what to tell you, where it's like, I can't believe Ayman Zahabi's fighting him on the White House. It's because he's Canadian. You could do Canadian-American. They seem like they don't want to do American versus American. They have an American in the main event. They don't have any Americans in the co-main. Per is a big star. They have O'Malley, an American versus a non-American. They have... The only American they have is Bo Nickel and Kyle Dawkins, which is a fight that I think most people don't really care about. And then they have like Steve Garcia, an American, versus Diego Lopez, Josh Hokic, and Derek Lewis now, I guess. But like, I see why they would do Ayman Zahabi, who is a better contender than Corey Sandhagen. And I think just because we think Ayman Zahabi like sucks, that somehow we should just be like, oh, Ayman Zahabi is less deserving than Corey Sandhagen, who just is off a loss and is 6-5 in his last 11.
You bring Ayman Zahabi to that fight night to fight in Canada because he's a top contender, and have O'Malley fight Corey Sandhagen.
Tell me, who should Ayman Zahabi fight? Who should he fight? If I'm looking at the UFC rankings, the bantamweight rankings, he's going to have to do what you didn't like, which is fight someone below him, like a Vinicius Oliveira, like Mario Batista did. He's going to have to do that. Like, who is he going to fight? Right now, Ayman Zahabi, number 6. Should he fight Why is Mario Batista 8th? That's kind of wild that he's below a lot of these guys. What, Davison Figueiredo, who was just coming off a loss? Should he do... I don't think Mario Batista is ready to fight. He just fought. Should he fight David Martinez, Marlon Moraes, Peyton Talbot? Peyton Talbot's not doing it. He beat Marlon. At that point, what, David Martinez? I could only assume that's your big trump card. Are you really so mad at events and you're like, I can't believe the UFC sucks so much. They didn't put Ayman Zahabi versus David Martinez for UFC Canada. I can't believe it. They should have done that, and they should have Corey Sean. Like, I can't take these people seriously when the big trump card out all of this is just like, oh my god, they didn't put David Martinez versus David Zahabi on Canada, Winnipeg, bro. I can't take him seriously. There's nothing here that's like so egregious that it's like so horrible that somehow this happened. And I think people, like, I don't know why TheWeasle is pro coaching so hard about Sean O'Malley and Corey Sandhagen not fighting.
And Hagen, that's how you fix this. You give the fights that the fans have been asking for. O'Malley versus Corey. Corey was down. O'Malley said that he was never offered Corey, and they brought in Ayman Zahabi for some reason. It's like, you had the perfect card for Ayman to headline.
Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma tan libre como la vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Linda paloma, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Vuela paloma, libre, linda paloma. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma tan libre como la vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Linda paloma, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Vuela paloma, libre, linda paloma, sin miedo, sin miedo. Sin miedo. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma tan libre como la vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Linda paloma, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Vuela paloma, libre, linda paloma, sin miedo, sin miedo. Sin miedo. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma tan libre como la vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Linda paloma, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Vuela paloma, libre, linda paloma, sin miedo. nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma tan libre como la vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Linda paloma, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Vuela paloma, libre, linda paloma, sin miedo, sin miedo. Sin miedo. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma tan libre como la vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Linda paloma, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Vuela paloma, libre, linda paloma, sin miedo, sin miedo, sin miedo. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma tan libre como la vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Linda paloma, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Vuela paloma, libre, linda paloma, sin miedo, sin miedo, sin miedo. linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma tan libre como la vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Linda paloma, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Vuela paloma, libre, linda paloma, sin miedo, sin miedo. Sin miedo. Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite. Vuela paloma bien alto, mi vida, no dudes que siempre amanece, ya amanecerá. Paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda, paloma, paloma linda. Cree en tu fuerza, paloma linda, el cielo te va a cuidar. Cuando no salga el sol, mi paloma, tu propia luz te va a guiar.
Eamon should have headlined in Winnipeg and have Mike Malott as the co-main against Gilbert Burns. Perfect, right? You could have had Eamon Zahabi versus Song Yadong. easily as the main event. There you go. If I was the matchmaker, I would fix all of this. They can make #1 contender fights as like main events. You know, JDM versus Carlos Prates is one of those. That's such a good main event. Or even like #4 versus #5. We're seeing something like that with Sterling versus Zalal coming up. But they've become so much more infrequent. I mean, look at all the fight nights that happened this year. Like half of them have these like meaningful main events that people care about. And the other half are like Mario Batista versus Vinicius Oliveira. We had Josh Emmett versus Kevin Bachayos. Versus Chris Duncan. Gilbert Burns versus Mike Malott. We're gonna get Arnold Allen versus Melky Costa, which some people might be okay with, but I still think main event should be better than this.
I realize my mic has been turned off this whole time and I'm pissed off.
Not just that, they have
At this point, you're probably not avoiding therapy because of stigma. You're probably avoiding therapy because you've become very
sport. So
Alright, besides this horrendous stream, it's gonna make me fucking kill myself. UFC, bad. Weasel said that the UFC, like, main events all sucked. I went back, they don't suck. And he wants, like, uniquely #1 contendership fights. There's never been a time where, like, every main event for a pay-per-view or a main card or a fight night or whatever has, #1 contendership. That shit never happened. Marvin Vettori, Kevin Holland is, like, the fucking 2021 main event of the year. Alright, so let's chill out with all this trying to grandstand about being so fucking good about shit, bro.
So those are some of the biggest issues with like matchmaking and stuff like that, but I would bring in soccer kicks, ground and knees, stuff like that. I would also change the way the scoring works. I'm not entirely sure like exactly how to make it, but if they're doing a 10-point must system, I would use more of the numbers just so like...
I'm always like interested in terms of like when they say like, bro, TheWeasle is just like such like normie takes. There's always this like idea that like, oh my god, you know, this like so obvious you need to do this or whatever, but it's like, bro, this was like whole thing about like COVID era being like this like magical time where like so much shit was going on. When like I remember being a fan in 2020, everyone hated the UFC at the time. Everyone was talking shit about what fights were being made. It's always the same stuff. It's always like the downfall of the UFC. Actually, maybe it's a hot take. I think the UFC is doing better than it has before. I think there's a lot of things that are like, I don't know, bro. Like, I agree. He's just like, he represents this like, he's like the example of like, if I had to imagine a Corey Sandhagen fan, that's what I'd imagine TheWeasle as being. It's like this weird, like pretentious, like so much like, oh, I know what all the hardcores really want. I know what the hardcore fans really want. When it's like, bro, it's not like this like super crazy thing of like, if I wanted to fix the UFC, I'd make Ayman Zahabi versus Song Yadong as the main event. And it's like, I get it, I got it, but at the same time, and I think it's just a lot of the issues with the UFC aren't as easy to solve, or aren't just like, a lot of times it's like, if I want to fix the UFC, I just want to see the fights that I want to see, which is like, sure, I get it. And I wouldn't mind certain things like soccer kicks. I wouldn't mind like doing like 10 fight cards, shortening them up, making them, you know, a little bit more compact, a little bit more tight. I mean, I agree. We were talking earlier, brother, in the MMA hierarchy, in which until MMA Guru finds an heir, I'm Grand Regent of this MMA YouTube shit, brother. If we're looking at this as the heir to the crown, I don't see anyone taking it. At this point, as the Grand Regent, Thrag, of this whole shit, there's only one person to take charge for the meantime until an heir is found, which they never will be. I'll make sure of that. It's just not gonna happen. But TheWeasle, man, making a whole lot of silly decisions, in my opinion. In my opinion, just saying a lot of silly things.
Reason why they have so many fighters on their roster. And the thing is, this is the third question I got about like the issues with the sport. People see it, people feel it.
I hate this whole like people see the issue. There's no one's ever been like, yo, the UFC's in a great spot right now. In my opinion, I would much rather take the current talent right now of Islam, Ilya, Merab, Alex, you know, Pantoja, Peter Yan, all these guys. All these people are so like high level, so much more skilled. Like pretty much all those guys you can argue is top 10 all time. And like compared to 2020 where it was like Henry Cejudo as champ, Stipe Miocic, John Jones was fighting once a year to boring ass decisions. Israel Adesanya and Kamaru Usman were stinking up 5-round main events against bums. It's like Ilya Topuria flatlining people out cold, Islam Makhachev choking people out, Alex Pereira knocking people out cold. All of these are far more interesting to watch than most of what what was happening back in the day.
We're all fans of the sport. We love the sport. We love the UFC. We want to see it do better. That's the reason, right? We're the consumers that are spending money to watch Paramount, and we are the hardcore fans of the sport, so we want the sport to do better. We're always going to pitch in ideas of how we can get there because we've seen how good it used to be. We've seen the passion that they had before. Better fight promo.
I agree in terms of stuff like you said, the fight promos. Like they used to definitely do more there. Their promotion was far better when they did stuff, even small stuff like Darren Till and Jorge doing their face-off. I agree, but at the same time, I think a lot of times there was other stuff going on at the time. There was like a different era, it was a different time during like a more TV stuff going on, less internet focused. And I agree the UFC needs to do a better job of giving at least fighters opportunities to promote themselves by having more in real life things. Yeah, it was like maybe like right now. Yeah, Connor maybe. Connor Ilya is interesting. Jones, true. Yeah, DJ could probably do decent. Woodley Usman. Usman maybe. If it wasn't Islam as champ, that'd be different. Yeah, I don't know. Like I could low-key see DC getting knocked out by Carlos Solberg. I could low-key see it, but people don't want to hear that.
Those fighters used to have sponsors. The cards used to be better. The one thing that
Cards did not used to be better. Fighters used to sponsor. Sure, I agree with that. Give them sponsors. Give more incentives to be in the ring. Give them stuff like every time they fight with their sponsor, they get paid more. I agree that these are good incentives and more promote, but the cards weren't like so much better.
is so much better today is the talent level. Like the skill level of the fighters is higher than it's ever been. But you don't get to see them fight that much because fighters today are more inactive.
Okay, fighters now are more inactive. That might be true. Let me look. Let me look at some of the best guys. So like John Jones. How often was John Jones fighting back in the day? Back, let's say like Glover, or he really loves this DC era. He loves this era. So let's look around this time. 2012, 2013. So he fought, it looks like he's fighting like 2 times a year. 1 to 2 times a year. So not that active. A little bit more back in the day, but still. Pretty much 1 to 2 times a year. Let's look at GSP. Sure dog. See what about my boy GS. GSP was fighting twice a year. Looks like a clean twice a year, give or take. Yeah, like twice a year, give or take. Jose Aldo. That's a big guy back in the day. I'm sure he'd say better back in the Aldo era. I agree. I don't mind the idea of them getting paid per fight with sponsors, though, incentivized. I can see that. Let's see. Back in the day, 1, 2. Oh, Aldo was doing pretty active. This is WEC. Let's see. UFC. 10 twice, once, twice, twice, once, twice, once. Seems like all these guys are fighting once or twice a year. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at once or twice a year, which is like about the same as now. Maybe you can say contenders. I mean, it's kind of hard to figure it out, but I don't know. I don't necessarily agree that fighters were like so much more active back in the day. Maybe like a little bit, but like the idea that it's just like guys just never fight anymore is just kind of silly.
Active than they used to be.
That's what I'm saying. Merab was putting in work. Merab, Israel Adesanya, Kamaru Usman. I didn't like the fights they put on, but they're fighting pretty active. Pantoja, Volkanovski's decently active. 155 Islam's, I think he's about the same activity, once or twice a year. Welterweight, it's kind of been bouncing around a little bit, so it's hard to say. 185, Hamzat's stinking the fuck up, but at the same time, it's still once a year. 205, it's been bouncing around. Alex was very active though. Alex, Merab, Pantoja. There's plenty of guys that are like active champions.
It goes back to the incentive of fighting often. There just isn't any. There is no reason for fighters to be active. There's no upside to it. They can just use this as a platform to kickstart something else.
There's plenty of guys that you could like look back in the day that weren't that crazy active. Like I wouldn't be surprised if contenders on average were more active than nowadays, but I'm just not so sure about like what time period it was that like there's this golden era of UFC.
See it with Renato Moicano, for example. Moicano has made his YouTube channel. He's huge for the Brazilian audience. And he said it after his fight with Chris Duncan. He said he doesn't want to take up any BS fights because he's making more money on YouTube. And it's like, that's going to be the thing for all these guys. Look at Peyton Talbot. He's doing a bunch of things outside the UFC, and that's why he's not fighting much. Even Peyton Talbot.
I agree with this stuff that we should have more incentives for fighters to do better things. But I kind of disagree that it's like this whole like, I don't know, that it's just like so much. I think we shouldn't like try to like over romanticize the past UFC. Like I agree that we should be trying to get these guys in the octagon more frequently, but I don't know if it's just like super crazy in terms of like how much better it used to be. I think that's my main problem here, but I agree with a lot of this stuff.
Accelerated online tech degrees, ECPI.
I don't give a fuck.
UFC using this as a platform to kickstart other things. Now this is amazing for the fighters, but for the fans, it's not.
No, for sure. For sure. There's weight classes that are just in the fucking dumps. like heavyweight, bro. God damn. God damn. Heavyweight, bro. Trust me. We got Sergey Spivak, Derek Lewis, Ante DeLiha. Who the hell is Tyrell Fortune? Who is Tyrell Fortune? Who is this? Who is this man? This isn't a real human. Tell me, when have you seen him fight? Name me a Tyrell Fortune fight. Please. He beat Tybura. He's had one fight. Now that's true. Bring back the roids, bro. Like, brother, this guy, yeah, I'm not gonna call him fat, but like, big homie Rizvan, brother. Bring the steroids back. Get Rizvan back on the drugs. I want to see more Ngannous. I'm sorry, but like the only in shape heavyweight right now is like Cyril Gane. I love my boy Aspinall, but even Aspinall, bro, I'm like, I know it's not a bodybuilding show. I know that. I think we bring back we gotta get some peptides. We gotta bring in like some SARMs. I need some trend being passed around. Shamil Gaziev cannot be in this state any longer. I want to see Uber Shamil. That's true. There's certain that is kind of like why it's kind of nice that the UFC is kind of the only competitor, as it's pretty rare when a guy from a different organization leaves that organization, comes here past their prime, and it's just like a lot of missed opportunities. Like right now it's just some Bellator guys, but it's not like back in the day like in Pride, where like you would have like Vanderlei and Rampage and Shogun and all these guys that were better back in the day, but when they got to the UFC they're old, like Crow Cop. It kind of does suck, which is why sometimes I'm glad that the UFC is the best organization. It's because there's never like a lot of what ifs. Like there are some, but it's never like too crazy.
Right? Because we don't get to see them fight that often. Like Josh Hockett, for an example, the only reason why he's fighting on the White House this quickly is because they are putting on a White House event. But if that White House event was not happening, you best believe Josh Hockett was going to take a lot of time off. And they could fix this.
I don't want to go too much into activity stuff, but I'm like, I don't know how how active heavyweights used to be. I don't know.
By bringing back sponsors, by raising fighter pay, give them a reason.
I agree with the sponsorship. Fighter pay is true, but it depends how you do it. Bro, we need to get the soccer kicks back. I'm annoyed when someone's just like, that was too mean. Like when Gregory Rodriguez knocked out Jack Hermanson, and they're just like, it was too mean. It was too mean. Whoa. Rodriguez, Jack Hermanson. Yo, chill. Like when people are like, it was too mean. That's so true. People make fun of Jones all the time. People gotta make fun of Ngannou. Ngannou has like shat on the sport. He like ruined heavyweight for a long time. I don't give a fuck that he's out cold, bro. It's a fight. I need fighters to be mean. Like I need them to want to kill the other guy. Like I need soccer kicks. I need to stomp people's heads in. I want blood. Gosh.
In a fight more. There are two things I would introduce to fix this. Number one, bring back fighter sponsors in the cage. It incentivizes them to fight more often because they get paid by their sponsors when they fight. But with the structure that they have now, they're not incentivized to fight. They're incentivized to become social media influencers. That's how their sponsors pay them now. But if they brought those sponsors back to the cage, they would get paid even more to have their logo on their shorts, on their shirt, and shot them out after the fight. I think the UFC shot themselves in the foot by taking those sponsors away. Because now they want
In boo hurt? Am I fucking retarded? I don't know if I could say that. Am I dumb? Oh, I know what you're talking about. My cousin loves this. My cousin loves this. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Bro, this seems fun as fuck. I'd be scared though. Like I see these shields. I've seen these like full-on shields get smacked off someone's dome piece. Are they not like receiving multiple concussions? This man doesn't look okay. And I don't trust these fucking dumb fucks to not spurg out on me. But this is sick. This seems fun as hell to do IRL. Like to make your own armor and everything, chainmail with the GoPro. Get that shit going with the mace. Bro, I'm gonna feel like... This is how I'm gonna feel pulling up the boo hurt, bro. This is how I'm gonna pull up, bro. You're gonna see this Reddit mod in my way. I'm gonna be off 3 pre-rolls, off the wazoo, geeked out on a Thursday night in the middle of fucking, I don't know where this shit happens, in the middle of Florida, and I'm gonna take it way too serious. I didn't read the rules. I'm gonna end up trucking around 300 pounds of pure Arby's, take out a family or two, and not realize the problem. This is how I'm gonna have to pull up. Half of Boo Heart has to be the armor you have. I could see people fucking up their fingers. I'm telling you, we need one dude just to be just willing to take all the damage. This is how I'm gonna have to when we jump Armin Saryukian, I'll be suited up to hold back everybody. Don't worry.
want to be social media influencers. That's how they get their sponsorships. And sometimes their sponsors might pay them even more than the UFC. Like imagine if Ilia Toporia's Richard Mille sponsorship.
What is Richard Mille? What fancy Richard? What the fuck is Richard Mille? Oh, it's a watch? Yeah, sure. Put this on his shorts. Whatever.
Was allowed in the cage. Of course the guy would come back to fight more. Like 100%. He would make so much more money with their logo on his shorts whenever he fought. So that's one of the solutions I would do. Bring back individual fighter sponsors. And the second thing I would do, I would add something to the fighter contracts. Champions have to fight 2 times a year. If they refuse to do it, they lose their title. And I think that's the way to do it. Like let's say he's the #1 contender.
I agree. This is based. doing it like having like in their contract. I'm surprised they don't do this already, that you need to contractually fight this many times a year, or giving people a bonus. Like I think people that fight 3 times in a year, or like max out their contract in a year, if they fight 3 to 4 times, they should get like a 50k, 100k bonus for sure. And then for the champions, yeah, I don't mind that either. The only thing is just it's just gonna be like one of those things where it's like a guy's like injured but they can't really prove it, but they're like kind of injured, but they're like, you know, what happens if they're set up for a card and they pull out? There's gonna be some weird stuff, but I don't necessarily mind forcing fighters to fight, but also giving them the more money. I think that would have to be what it is. That either don't give them more money, and then just if they fight more often, they get more money as a result. Like if you fight 3 times a year, you get a bonus. If you know, if you do this, that, or whatever, you have more opportunities or whatever to make more money. I agree with that more than just like giving fighters more pay, unless it's the lower ranked fighter. I think like I don't really care about like I don't really care, not gonna lie, about like champions like, oh, they only make 300k a year or 300k a fight. Like yeah, like I think like we should be focused on increasing like starting contracts, like starting fighters. For sure, like give fighters bonuses or give them like 10k, 20k to do like media opportunities. These are going to be things that I'd like to see to get fighters to do more and to promote themselves more, because at the end of the day, it's difficult for a fighter to like train to be a UFC fighter and then like train 2 times a week, have a or 2 times a day, have a family, this, that, and then have a social media, and then do all this, hire these people to do that. I think the UFC should just give them platforms to be like, hey, can you fly here and do this with this fighter? Can you know, do this in-person interview? Can you be part of this promo video? I think stuff like this would be better in terms of that.
And he refuses to fight anybody. Like, he doesn't want to fight at all. And a year goes by. Well, out of the rankings, everybody moves up who is active, so it's benefiting the activity. And when that guy comes back, he's not going to get the same options of opponents that we were just giving him.
I'm curious if TheWeasle would do the same thing with Shavkat. If they would just say, just bump him out the rankings.
Bring down the level of competition, and he's going to have to fight his way back up to the top again. Not completely, though. So, like, if he was getting number 2, number 3 ranked guys, now in his return, he's going to get number 7, number 6, top 10 guys instead. And if they're the champion, well, now they lose their belt. I would put that in the clauses of every fighter's contract. So that's another part of this that I would definitely introduce, along with like better promotion and pay the fighters more so you have better talent and hire fans to actually do good work for.
I agree. They should, like, this is like, you should incentivize the beginning, but like I don't care so much about the champions like making like 300k and making like millions and millions. I'm not as worried about that.
Promotion too, and put on the fights that the fans want to see. Like, listen to the fans and what they want, and don't try to like steer what they want to the company's interests, which is what they're doing. Like, they're putting on the fights and then telling the fans, hey, this is what you guys want to see. No,
there's no like consensus on like what people want. Like, people are gonna want different things. I think it's silly to be like oh, you know, they like what we want is so obvious and never put it. That's like true for some example, like Islam Ilya, but I don't think it's like super crazy in terms of like, I don't know, his grand example with Ayman Zahavi versus Song Yadong.
Oh, you're not listening to the fans. The fans want certain fights. We wanted Diego versus Yair.
Hi, I am Yahya.
I agree with that, but I think Yair refused to fight Diego. I wanted to see that too, but I think it was like also with the fighters. Like, sometimes the fighters just don't want to fight each other.
Diego went and fought Volk. Nobody asked for that. Nobody wanted it. Shoving Paddy Pimblett down our throats. You know, like, we don't want...
Is Paddy Pimblett shoved down everyone's throat? I don't know. Like, I think he definitely gets more opportunities. And, you know, there's probably certain times he should have fought someone else. But I don't think it's, like, super insane. I think, like, Paddy Pimblett, does have a lot of fans, and a lot of people do like him. And I think it's also important to be like, hey, these guys do, you know, they do bring a lot, but sure, I guess. I agree. I don't know why Armin's not fighting. I don't know why Armin's just not in title picture. I get it, like he has bad stuff, but like, yeah, I think it's a decent opportunity. Yeah, I think that's fair. There definitely should have been Armin involved in there.
It's essentially telling the fans what they want instead of listening to them. And I would also add a bonus if they fight 3 times a year. If they get 3, incentivize them to be. It's a great question, man. Go to King Louis. Are you a fan of the GTA series?
I think that should be alright. I think there's more stuff I kind of want to go over, but I kind of fucked up this stream for like fucking 90% of it because I kept fucking up the audio, but it is what it is. I think I'm gonna head out soon. I might try and jump back on stream. I am gonna be streaming the card tomorrow. Kind of want to go over some weasel stuff that I saw. There's some other stuff. Bedtime had a fight, had some takes that I agree and disagree with, but yeah, I think I'm gonna head out. I appreciate it. Have a good one, MMA Hole. When I become Grand Regent of MMA YouTube, I agree you will be first in command. You will be part of the army, and you will be the general. You'll be the head of the shit going on here at JAC Entertainment. But yeah. Anyway, have a good one.